All right, you guys, welcome to the podcast, Life It's Better with a Bow, powered by Protect. And we are out here in Seven Springs, Pennsylvania. You can't see it because of the walls on the tent, but it is an absolutely beautiful day. Blue skies, not hot temperatures. The people are out.
Oh, yeah.
And we're sitting here with Hunter Qualls of Jack Links, who, as many of you know, and everybody probably knows now, is our title sponsor. So thank you for that.
Oh, man, it's our pleasure. We love being here.
We're super stoked to have you guys on board and to help elevate what we do and what we can offer to the participants here. So for us, when we started talking with you, it was a no-brainer for us.
Yeah, and honestly, same here. So, you know, it was 2 years ago, and I was listening to you and Dudley on a podcast, and you were talking about kind of the genesis of how this property came to be, and I'm a big fan of Dudley, and so just kind of following his content a little bit. And as you were talking, I just got so inspired about your background and what your vision is and how you want to develop this property. And you kept coming back to the same point, and it was powerful for us. You're like, man, we just want people to have fun. This whole thing is about cultivating fun. And this community is something just so special. So reached out to your team, and you guys were just awesome about getting right back to us and let us into a spot kind of like late in the year last year where we were able to join you for 9 of the 10 events. And everyone just kept getting better and better. And we're like, wow, how do we have like a bigger role here? Because our brand is all about having fun. So it felt like there was such a symmetry there that we had to jump in with 2 feet.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how we felt when I saw that come across. I was like, yeah, this is a brand. Your marketing side has always been really fun, especially with Mess and Sasquatch back in the day, and that's something that we needed to add on to this to bring in that really fun yet essential. Right?
Yep.
Because everybody needs protein, especially on the mountain, and this is something that keeps. So jerky always makes sense, I should say. So it was really fun. But what's cool about Jack Links, and maybe we can dive into this a little bit, is you guys we got a brand new tent sitting here with a whole new logo on it.
Yep.
Jack Links Outdoors.
Yep.
So I think we should dive into that and speak more to Jack Link's vision in becoming more and more part of that outdoor market. And we all know it.
Yep.
We all love it. But now you guys are shifting a little bit and really diving in on that outdoor side, be it hunting, fishing, whatever. And maybe you could dive in on that a little bit.
Oh, man, I'd love to. Because honestly, as Tack is kind of your baby and your brainchild, this outdoor thing was kind of so close to my heart. And I'm just super fortunate because CEO of our company, Troy, he's an avid outdoorsman. So, we're already speaking the same language. And I just had an idea. And honestly, this story is so cool, but I was talking to Isaac over with Holland, and he just made this weird comment to me in passing last year in Salt Lake. He goes, my crew travels a lot. We do a ton of events like this, and when we're on the road, we choose your brand because we see you at events like this and like SCI, and that means so much to us that you support the community, so we in turn support you. And it just stopped me in my tracks. I was like, wow, it's so simple, but we've been looking past it.
Yeah.
So I went back to the office after Salt Lake and kind of just pen to paper, right? We just started talking and riffing about it internally, and we're like, man, where our company came from, we call it the hook and bullet consumer, right? It's all about hunt, fish. People get us. They understand jerky as a concept and a product, and we used to be very present. And then just, if I'm being super candid, I think, our marketing direction over, a 7-year period here is kind of turned to a lot of different emerging directions for us as a master brand.
Yeah.
But where I just don't think we showed up a lot with the outdoor consumer who really helped us build our brand to the status that it is today. And so this outdoors concept was sort of born, but it's kind of like a love letter back to the community to say, hey guys, we're here. We love this stuff just as much as you do.
Yeah.
We want to be involved. We want to help participate. And most importantly, we want to create opportunities for people to get involved. And we think that our brand can offer a unique lens as a non-endemic to the archery community to come in and like you mentioned it. People are going up there and they're going to spend a couple hours stomping around the mountains, and dude, lightweight packable protein, take it with you. We are a solution, but also we're just as giddy at the office. Our people who make the jerky do this on the weekends. That's it. So it felt like such a good culture fit when we started talking. So we started talking about Jack Link's Outdoors. Like, as we considered this more and more, we go, man, I mean, this thing is its own initiative. Like we have Jack Link's, the brand, and you know it, you love it, you see it everywhere, and we're definitely going to continue to grow that brand. But when we really talked about recentering like a concentrated focus on the outdoor community, it became clear to us that we needed to differentiate a little bit and make sure that we're providing the right opportunities to consumers in this space to continue reinforcing like what we care about, that hunt, fish, camp, hike, like get outside, enjoy, like let us be that fuel that takes you there. But outdoors is really all about putting a new badge and a facelift on a focal area for our organization to really dive in with 2 feet and make a long-term commitment to the outdoor community.
Yeah, I think. I mean, and I'm speaking just as a consumer, right? As I look at things with these different companies, and that more and more as we, for whatever reason, as the political side, if you will, and the emotional side of what's happening around hunting and fishing, and I would say more focused on hunting. It is a shift that us hunters want to see. Like, who really is here with the hunters? Not just here to cash in, if you will, and then behind the scenes, other initiatives are happening, but that somebody who's really back behind the hunting industry, and you guys are definitely one of those. So I think you will see that resonate more and more as you guys pursue the Jack Link's Outdoors, and for us, it's been a great partnership, and it's been so short already. And, we're making big plans and things with you guys to continue to support this industry, continue to grow the archery industry. But there's so much crossover there of fishing and rifle and whatever, firearms, all that. And with this group that's here with us, even here in PA today. And so having you guys step up and say, hey, we're with you.
Yep.
I mean, that's a big deal.
Yeah, and honestly, like we talked a lot about this, because as our brand gets bigger, I think there's like heightened levels of sensitivity that like you have to take when you're showcasing some of the stuff that you're going to endeavor to do, and I mean, make no bones about it. Like we take cows apart and we turn them into awesome products, and like we're not hiding behind that. But as I look around at the audience here today, like these are all folks who go out, hunt, fish, who know how to like process their game, who are super keen to roll their sleeves up and get in there and learn, and so we're there are some parallels between what we do as an organization and what the audience does here, and we don't want to hide behind that. We want to like we're pretty transparent about what we do,
right.
So like, but as we looked at like just the skill set of the consumer and like where the intentions are, where they're electing to spend their free time, I was like, guys, I mean, like we're making the same choices behind our curtain, so like why don't we just embrace that, like, and put a brand in front of it that like now we've got a flag that we can all march behind, and we were just super stoked. So this idea started taking shape, and we were like, man, let's unveil this, like we're going to attack, we're gonna start having conversations, and honestly, like sitting in the booth all day, like some folks have come up and said, hey, did you guys get a facelift? And it was like, well, a little bit, but this is a more focused conversation that we want to have with people that are just really driven by passion in this space. Yeah. So, and honestly, reception has been super, super great. So we're just so excited that you guys are willing and wanting to work with us on this and kind of sharing the adventure.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you some of the other conversations happening around the old meat is you guys hand out a sample pack to anyone that wants it, or if somebody were to take two, whatever the case. I mean, we're talking, you're going to burn through thousands.
Yeah.
Thousands of samples.
Yeah.
At this, tens of thousands, actually. And I'm assuming you do something similar to that across all platforms.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, like sampling for us it's just so core to like how we grew our organization. And I had this conversation with our CEO. I love how involved he gets in this stuff. And honestly, like, the dude is so great about guiding me on like my journey and like showing me how to lean into the business where it makes sense to. And one of the things he pulled me aside and he goes, man, more sampling, man. And I was like, gosh, I mean, that's expensive to do. Every time I do that, I'm handing somebody a couple bucks, And he goes, yeah, but I mean, we want people to experience our product. Absolutely, I'm in. Like, I want that too. And the company's just been really great about empowering us to get out there and we're not going to win through like just showing you what it looks like. We're going to win when you want to try the food and understand like the flavors, the options, the forms, everything that we do. Like we're constantly trying to innovate and up our game. but I can't expect you to know that until you try it. So this is just such a great platform too to like engage with people, but also like if you say no to free jerky, boy, I got a question. Like, what's going on there?
You're exactly right. You're 100% right. I never say no. I've taken more than one sample.
Good. There's no quota.
So anyway, we're sitting here across your booth right now, and I'm seeing guys load up with it, to get in their backpack or whatever and get on the mountain. So what I do have a question though.
Yeah, fire away.
What's your favorite meat snack? Because we know, dude, Jack Links, it's not just jerky. We're going to talk about that too, because you guys have a big line of meat snacks, if you will. And but I'm assuming you've tasted the bulk of your line.
Yeah, I mean, our company's really awesome about everything we develop. Like even the stuff that like never makes it out of the pipeline, we make sure we try across the office to get feedback, which is super fun. Like our R&D team is just so talented. Probably my favorite product right now. We have a jalapeno chicken tender bite that kind of looks like a nugget. Oh man, it is such a banger. It's like, and it's one of those ones where like you look at it as like a snack, but it can also be like a food additive. Like, dude, Parmesan crust that thing, add a slice of cheese. It's just awesome. It's super versatile. Like I'm a jerky jockey by trade, but like I'm a jerky nerd by I guess by aspiration. So like I love talking about it. But yeah, I would say like the jalapeno it's where it's at for me right now.
And it's the jalapeno chicken what?
Chicken tender bite. So like it's a tenderized nugget. It's like you'll get like a fistful of those, and it's the same net weight as like a bag of jerky. We just change the form. It's poppable. It's a little bit easier to handle. It's definitely easier to share. One bag I throw it in my pack when I go up, and dude, that bag is gone by the third cone.
Well, that's the problem with snacks. I was talking to Scott over at Dialed, and we were talking like, you go do this or that, and you take all your food, and it's gone by 9 a.m., so you might as well be done hunting and just go take a nap so you can refill on the food. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So that's the problem with any snack, especially jerky. But I'm a huge fan of the beef stick with that, whatever that cheese is.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even know what that is that it can hang out and just stay good. But
yeah.
Do you know anything about this cheese process?
Yeah, that one I'm not as educated on. So we do have partners who help us with shelf-stable cheese, which is awesome. And then we have other cheese partners we have an entirely refrigerated line, so like fresh deli sticks, pairings with cheese in different capacities.
Do you blended. Really?
Yeah. We call it cold crafted, but basically like if you were any gas station you go into that features like a deli case or something to that effect, like you'll typically find our products there, beef and cheese pairings in a couple different capacities. And with those, we use all Wisconsin-based cheese products.
Nice.
So we've got, and we are so bullish on supporting Wisconsin companies, just being one ourselves. So we went out and sourced 3 different suppliers that help us with manufacturing that product. But we've got like basically a sandwich that's like Genoa salami sandwiched in between a couple different variants of cheese. It is so wildly good. If it wasn't so difficult for us to get into like settings like this, that one sets the world on fire for us when we sample it. It's just technically very difficult to bring to areas that doesn't have adequate refrigeration.
Dude, that's awesome. So how many different types of meat snacks do you guys do? Do you even know?
I don't. I can give you like weird numbers. I know when I started at the company, we were sitting on like 750 different SKUs, but that's because like one package may have like 8 different sizes, right. And then secondary configurations. But gosh, I mean, there's probably. I don't even know how to venture to guess that, to be honest with you.
Well, let me ask you this: is it all under Jack Link's name?
No. So that's the beauty. Like. The majority of what we do is under the Jack Link's name, right? That's what people know and love. That's where the history of our company is.
And they can trust it because they know it.
For sure, yeah. And I love standing behind our products. Like we have, like I said, a great R&D team and an even better customer service team. But then, like as the categories expanded, now we've got segments of like different need states, right? There's like the healthier for yous. There's kind of the rug and rip and tear jerkies. We got solutions for all of it, and we've started brands in different areas to cater to those specific need states.
Yeah.
We've even got an entire line of certified allergen-free jerky. Mark my words, nobody else has that. It's super wild.
So what are they allergic to in the meat? The spices or how it's prepared or something like that?
So there's typically like ingredient-borne allergen triggers out there. And actually our CEO, it was kind of born out of an idea that his wife had where she was going, gosh, I mean, I've noticed like food allergies in the kids from time to time. Like, how do we solve for that, right? Mm-hmm. And so, again, our crack R&D team got to work and figured it out, and it was not without incredibly rigorous testing to figure out how to do it right, and we nailed it. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, so it's been super fun. Like, again, jerky jockey by day, jerky nerd by night, but like it's a wild space to be in.
You know what's funny about it to me is as you're kind of telling this story is jerky has been around since forever, right? Since the first animal was taken by a hunter. And yet you guys continue to do R&D on dried meat snacks and the like, and continue to pump out new ideas and better things. And when I'm sitting here, I'm like, how's that even function?
Yeah.
And you've got a whole team down there just like, add a little bit of this, add a little bit of that. Do you get to participate in any of that?
Yeah, and that's actually really cool. You know, it's like our marketing and our R&D teams are really bound together at the hip, and our marketing leadership, our CMO is just a brilliant woman who challenges us to be hyper communicative and collaborative. So we get to look at like long-term pipelines, participate in ideation sessions, and honestly, like I'll tell you straight up, like being a marketer myself, like some of the best marketing ideas don't come from our marketing team, but come from the guys over in R&D who are thinking, have you ever tried this before? And then like jaws will drop sometimes in these meetings. We're like, that's so obvious and so brilliant. Yes, we're going to do that. You know, so it's
That's awesome.
It's super cool. And honestly, like the best part of our company is we are in no way afraid of failure. So like we give it a go, like a good college try. If it doesn't work, we're going to retool it and figure it out. And if it still doesn't work, then it might just not work. You know, but we're definitely going to get after it.
That's awesome. Have you had any failures that you've launched? You've been like, dang it, that didn't work.
Yeah, we've explored like some really weird stuff that just like
the Impossible Jerky.
Yeah, like we went after stuff like that doesn't make sense, or even like super sweet, like almost like birthday cake flavors and stuff where it's like,
really?
This is going to be a tough sell, you know? but yeah, we've definitely like dipped our toe into some of the weird, and like we'll definitely try it and science it through. So like the beauty of our process is like we'll bench sample everything in our kitchen. If that works, and we'll try like a pilot plant scale up, and if that really works, then we can go commercialize it. So there's many steps in the process to like checkpoints to like, okay, is the food continuing to remain good? And if so, then we'll roll it out even further. But like what comes off that bench sometimes is just like mind bending. I even like I'll tell you like a quick story. Like one time back in the day, we were doing an event with Red Bull, and I just went to the R&D team. I was like, can you make me jerky that tastes exactly like Red Bull? And they're like, give me 3 days. I've got this.
No way.
Yeah, so just like what an awesome handout at like a Red Bull themed event to just be slinging Red Bull jerky, you know? Like we never like packaged or sold it. It was just like a fun like let's try it kind of thing.
Yep.
But you can genuinely make jerky out of just about anything.
Wow, that's hilarious. Did you I do have a question though. What is your number one seller? Is it just the normal jerky, or is it the... Because you guys have, if I go to a gas station, there's 5 options typically of Jack Links, right? The tenders, the little meat stick, the steak. I can't remember what it's called.
Yeah, kippered beef steak, yeah.
Yep, kippered beef steak, and then your normal bags of jerky, like the one that's sitting here in front of us.
Yep.
What is the one what's everyone's go-to, do you think?
Typically teriyaki. Like everybody's,
really?
That's like the baseline. Everybody speaks the language there. It's not super spicy. It's not super tame, so I think that kind of satiates the most. But like your top 6 are always like original teriyaki peppered, a jalapeno sneaks in there, sweet and hot, and then like there's always like a flavor rotator, like bacon or hickory smoke that kind of like creeps its way into the top 6. But yeah, I would say like we have an internal vernacular. We call it OTP, but it's original teriyaki peppered, and those are wherever you go, those should always be there because those are the ones that people ask for.
So for me, it's original. That's my favorite.
Yep.
Of all the meat snacks, that's my favorite.
Jack would tell you the same thing. Like
that's his favorite.
Everything he benchmarks against his original. Yeah.
So when did Jack Links start?
Oh man, long time ago. Like we incorporated in '85, and really just like the meteoric rise.
1985.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and you know, so yeah, we're creeping up on our 40 here. I've been with the company for 10 years. Like when I joined, we had just gotten off just a meteoric run where we we were, and our team's amazing. Jack is a tremendous leader, and Troy's he's tenacious. He's awesome to get behind. And they just year over year they're just growing exponentially. And so I got to join right when the company was just taking off like a rocket ship, and it's been such a fun ride to watch the exponential growth, and now us innovating the category in ways that 10 years ago when I joined weren't even discussion points, But yeah, so we've been doing it for about 40 years now, I guess. But Jack's history in working with meat and coming out of the butchering industry precedes that. So it was always a bit of a passion project for him.
Yeah.
And honestly, it started like any other business. He was hustling the stuff out of the trunk of his car, and some of his stories are hilarious on how he's figured out how to grow the brand and the company. But
that's awesome.
Yeah, it's always been great marketing behind a stellar product, which is it's such an easy combination to win with.
Yeah, it just and you guys are privately held.
We are. Yep.
So I mean, when I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like where you are today, and it only being 40 years, I mean, that's pretty fantastic.
Yeah, we're super proud, and honestly, just more excited about where we're going, because there's big vision here. You mentioned, how Attack as a property is growing, and the vision is just huge in where you want to take it. And I mean, we're sitting in the same seat over here as humble jerky jockeys. We're going, guys, this is the start. We're just getting started.
What there's something I want you to talk about it, and you're going to get some more in, but you've got this is specific to our event, only because we're an archery event. But you've got the meat missile freaking arrow wraps.
Yeah.
And dude, when I saw that, I loved it. And I've told everybody, I'm like, you got to get the meat missile arrow wraps.
Yeah.
And the reason is that goes on your number one arrow.
Yep.
That's the meat missile. When that elk's coming in and you're knocked up,
yep,
it's the meat missile.
Yes, sir.
Sending the old meat missile downrange. So you're getting some more in.
Yep.
Hopefully before too long, but you need to talk to Jack Links about getting the meat missile arrow wrap.
Yeah.
Dude, it's awesome.
Oh, gosh, we'd love to hand them out. Yeah, it was just a dumb idea. We're joking around in the office, and we're like, it makes so much sense. Why would we not do it?
It does for your brand. Yeah, it's perfect. And I saw that, and I thought it was so dang funny. For one, because it is totally on brand.
Yeah.
But two, who doesn't want to send the meat missile downrange?
Oh yeah. Yesterday, when I shot with your guy Carter, and that was the only arrow I used the whole time. Up until the last target.
Yeah. So it's. I think we'll have to post a photo of those. Maybe you have yours wrapped, right?
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think we'll post a photo of those. Tell people they need to check them out
for sure.
But that's just another indication to me, because. As a partner, I should say, and why it's fun to be partnered with you guys, and is that you're not just here handing out jerky, right? Why'd you make a meat missile arrow wrap? Well, it's because you're vested in what we do here, and what all these guys are here to do, which is have fun and fling arrows.
Yeah, and oh man, you triggered my mind. There's a great story. It came out of yesterday. But we're here because we want to build community and help add to that, and we believe firmly as a company we can do that through experiences and events. So yesterday when went up with Carter and we were shooting the RMEF course and shot great all day, and we get to the last target, target 15, and because we've just been having so much fun and literally laughing through every single station, because you can't help but do this and not smile,
right?
And we get to the last station. I'm the last shooter in our group of three, and I drew back and thwack, something doesn't sound right. And we're investigating. We're like, what happened? It broke my string. And I was, there's no way. And immediately, Carter drops down his hands and knees. And he's like, okay, there's got to be shards of your knock here. Something's gone wrong, right? There's no reason for your string to break. And I'm an idiot. I was having so much fun. I never knocked an arrow. Nobody noticed. I just let her go and dry fired my bow. And here I'm thinking oh, this is the worst, because we're on day one. I'm looking forward to shooting, and so here's where it gets great though. I got back down to base camp and just humbly walking back to the tent with my sad looking bow and my pride hurt and my welt growing, and I told Rob, and I was like, hey, this sucks, man. I just broke my string. Do you know of anybody here who can help me? And he immediately goes, I'm gonna make one call. And he calls Chris over at Creek Archery here, who's exhibiting.
Yep.
And I kid you not, dude. It was, gosh, I mean, by the time we got in touch with Chris, it was 7 o'clock at night. And he goes, say no more, I'm on it. And then he texts us back at 10 o'clock last night, and he goes, I got a guy, he's going to custom build you a string. And then he goes, just meet me down here at 6 a.m. I'm going to have you up and running before the chairs start up. And
awesome.
and so I roll down here at 6 a.m. and I give him my sad bow, and he goes, yeah. So my string guy jumped out there at 2 a.m., built you a string, drove over to my place at 4 a.m., threw it in my truck so I could drive back up here and fix your bow for you. And I honestly just wanted to cry. I was like, but what a great indication of the community that we're working with up here.
Like, not wrong.
I don't know anybody, like, and they don't know me, like, other than like the humble jerky jockey who was making it rain dried meat, you know, and and he had no reason or need to help me, and certainly not at 2 a.m. But what a great group of people, you know, like it was very humbling to see that and be a part of it, and also just reinforces like how awesome this community is.
Yeah, you're 100% right, which is a big reason why we, as Total Archery Challenge, chose this industry. Not just because we're passionate about hunting and archery and all that, but really the community is really cool. And so it was the right direction for us to go. But just so everyone understands, this isn't a unique thing, I don't think. We had a group out of Minnesota come to the Colorado event, and they showed up before the event started on Thursday, and they're like, hey, can we go shoot on the practice range? We had it set up, whatever. We're like, yeah, go ahead. You got an hour or so. And he comes back, and he's just heartbroken, right? Dry fired his bow.
Yeah.
And it exploded. So, and he's all the way in there from Minnesota. They drove. So he's just like, I'll still walk, but this sucks, whatever. I said, well, give me a minute. So I called Jared Myers, who used to work at Vapor Trail. People call him Ears. Anyway, I said, hey, do you know anybody in the area? This guy his bow blew up or dry fire, whatever, and see if we can put it back together. He says, yeah, give me 10 minutes. So he calls some guy, and it's a local shop down in Grand Junction. And I wish I could remember the name of that shop. But anyway, Jared calls us back. He says, if you can have it there to him tonight, he'll get it taken care of. So he goes down there, same thing. Yep. Rebuilds the bow, gets it all tuned up, makes sure she's good to shoot. She is. And that guy was back in town back at the venue by 10 a.m., and he had 10:30 knock time or something.
Yep.
So it's interesting how, I mean, that guy, he didn't. First of all, Jared didn't know the guy that I'm talking to. I didn't know that guy. Certainly the bow shop down in Grand Junction didn't know this guy. And they had this kid taken care of in no time.
Yeah. It's just so cool. Like, I don't know if I could find another spot where, like, I see so many people smiling or, like, willing to just have a conversation. You know, like, I do a lot of events, and honestly, like, if you walk through an event and you bump elbow or, like, shoulders with somebody, like, oftentimes they're going to scowl and shake their head at you. And here it's like, hey, man, how you doing? What's going on? What'd you shoot today? Is usually the first question. You know?
Yeah, how'd you shoot?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is really good. It's an amazing community, and it continues to grow, which I mean, you and I have had this conversation a little bit, but we're just blown away every year as it grows and grows and grows. And so to not become complacent, we're always trying to find ways to level up, if you will,
yep.
and get people in and involved and make the event better and better. And you guys are a large part of that. I do have a question, though.
Yeah, fire away.
Where do you get all your beef?
Oh, man.
You remember how old are you?
I'm 39.
Okay, so you may remember this commercial. I think it may have been an Arby's commercial. I can't remember, where the old grandma would be like, where's the beef?
Yep.
Where do you guys get all this beef? And do you know how much you produce a year?
Oh gosh, in total pounds, we definitely know that. I wish I could quote it for you, but I don't know that number off the top of my head. But it comes from a lot of places. It depends. You know, like we'll do stuff with grass fed, right? Mm-hmm. So like that we typically source domestically. Like there's international. Like our scale is just so big. We've got so many customers.
That's why I'm like, dude, where are you getting all this beef?
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, a lot of it comes from South America. Yeah, it's you just kind of got to go to where herds are healthiest and where you can buy from. But we have like just such an awesome and dedicated buying team. Like we'll once a year that we'll get together and we'll talk at like a national meeting, and those guys will get up and give us kind of like the state of the state and the beef industry. And my mind just, or my brain starts to melt when they talk about like the future considerations and like, hey, this is great now, but like let's consider 5-7 years, whatever, and it just like. Dude, I'm living day to day here. How you guys think is totally wild to me.
And they have to be able to forecast that far ahead because you need to lock that in, right?
Yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, so I would say like, yeah, a ton of it like it comes from a bit of all over. It just really depends on the application, and then that'll kind of dictate like where we source from, and then to which of our manufacturing facilities it goes to, so we can turn it into the product that it's intended to be.
Where's home base? You said Wisconsin?
Yeah, Minong, Wisconsin is home base. So a community of, I think, 584 people, like a totally small town in northwest Wisconsin, about an hour south of Duluth and maybe 2.5 hours northeast of the Twin Cities metro. And then myself, my team, many of our like corporate functions are housed in Minneapolis at our support center, which serves the entire network of the organization.
Gotcha. Okay. So do you... you got manufacturing then everywhere.
Yeah, a ton. Like a lot in the Midwest, right? And that makes sense. Like, you know, we're a Midwest company at heart, and honestly, if you want to talk jerky, like Midwesterners know it, and they don't. There's no education required there. It's just people get jerky. We are so stoked, though. We just broke ground on this beautiful, revolutionary plant that's going to really help us set the tone for the future in Perry, Georgia. So that's where. So we got super excited when you guys started talking to Lonica. I was like, oh man, like there's some symmetry there again. To where like maybe I'd love to get like team members as we finish this plant like involved, and like how can we like let's send them down attack and like go experience like what the brand is passionate about, right? But yeah, that facility will be the newest flagship for us, and we're so excited. We're tracking towards 2025 on that one.
That is fantastic. There's one other thing I wanted to talk about, and that's I didn't know this until you guys showed up here, but you've got some biltong going on.
Yeah, biltong. That one's fun, and honestly, like, so I guess when you asked my favorite product, I should have leaned in there a little bit more because honestly, that's the one that I'm grabbing most frequently now. Biltong's a wild one. So if 10 consumers walk into the booth and I say, would you like to try biltong? Most of them say, is that a cow tongue? And there's so much confusion on their face. Right. It's a South African discipline of making jerky. And they do it without heat, which is so wild, right? Definitely tough to figure out, but we've got just an amazing team that figured out how to do it. You know, it's USDA certified. It's a wild product, but I'm going to tell you straight up, like, you can't find a healthier snack unless it's water, maybe.
Sugar-free.
There's no sugar. There's only 4 ingredients in the process, right? But at the end of the day, you've got, a shelf-stable, medium-rare, room temperature steak you can eat. So we cut a top sirloin, fat cap on it, against the grain, marinate it, hang dry it, and then you just slice it thin, and it's charcuterie board ready. But honestly, I'll grab a slab of that. I'll sit on the couch. I'll just peel it back with my knife and eat it like I would popcorn. It's amazing.
It is so good.
Yeah.
And then is that available for purchase right now, or are you guys just toying with it?
It's definitely available for purchase, largely over e-com right now, because the challenge with it is like it's just so education forward. Like if we throw it out there right now, it's going to be hard to get people to like we wouldn't have enough capacity to give the education piece of the message. And have people take that away to understand what it is, and we feel so passionately about it. Yeah. We want it to work, so we know that we've got to talk about it in a medium where we can drop a lot of those educational notes first to get people to understand it. But I will tell you, like, if you try it, it's a game changer.
So I've had biltong from or however they say it, from a few different companies, and it's good, but this particular biltong is off the charts. Yeah. And I'm not just blowing smoke. This is legit, like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable, especially the fatty. Mm-hmm. If you're going to get any, man, I say get the fatty biltong.
You got to keep the fat on, because like that's where the sweetness comes from in the product, because we don't use sugar, right? And we don't fluff up our products. Like if you're going to buy a pound bag from us, it's a pound of beef. That's it. Like there's no additives, fillers, whatever to get you to a pound. Like we're so transparent with that product. And honestly, like the macros are off the chart. Like there's 300. Oh gosh, I'm blanking on my terms. Grams of protein in a bag, right? Like there's so much to it that like the benefit, especially when you pair it with like an activity like this, if I'm going to go up again and like hike all day on the mountain, like I want a clean, lean, easy, poppable snack, like it just makes so much sense. And we're super bullish on the product. But again, like we're now kind of like figuring out how to roll it out to where it doesn't get lost in the noise because you don't know what it is, so you walk right past it.
Right.
That's our biggest fear.
Well, let's tell everyone this. It's delicious. So where can they find it?
Yeah, so Amazon's like the best spot to find it right now. It's called Biltong Depot by Jack Links.
Okay.
I would say like Amazon is the easiest spot. Otherwise, our Biltong Depot website, like you can buy direct there as well.
Yeah.
We're starting to build the store network, but I would say like for now, e-com's the best way to self-service.
And you just look for Biltong Depot.
Yeah, Biltong Depot. It'll drive you right there, and you can buy it pre-sliced and bagged. Otherwise, we will literally take the entire steak as it's finished and shrink wrap it and send it to you. And that's my preferred method.
So that's what I was going to say. Father's Day's coming up.
Yeah, it's a winner.
So he has a slicer over there and a pound of biltong, the big slab of steak. So that's what I bought my dad.
Yeah, dude, honestly, like I'm literally I grabbed one for my grandpa too.
I'm just telling everybody right now, Biltong Depot, that is the Father's Day gift.
Yeah,
I think unless they don't like meat. Would you say that's got to be the Father's Day gift for now?
I mean, if the idea behind Father's Day is getting Dad the gift he didn't know he needed, that's the winner. Yeah.
Because there's a lot of things out there, right? But I mean, this is like you want to surprise them with something really fun, and it's a conversation piece.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like you could pull that out and have your little slicer there and be chopping up some of that steak and sharing it with your buddies, but. When I saw that, no lie, I ate it. I was like, well, this is phenomenal. And then when I saw him slicing the big old slab, because all I saw were the slice bags at first, I was like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah.
That's a perfect Father's Day gift.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Like I said, there's just so much enthusiasm and excitement for that one now. And we're just kind of figuring out the marketing mechanics of it. But, man, product quality is off the charts. Like, the nutritional benefit is so inherently clear, and the fact that it just eats really good. Like it's just one of those ones where like I don't get sick of it, and like I probably like if you look at a pie chart of my jerky consumption versus like the average humans, like I'm definitely the Pac-Man of that pie chart, right? So like,
right.
And I don't get tired of that product. It's amazing.
So here's the thing. I don't want to discourage or cannibalize the dried meat, but this is the thing about the biltong is. If you are a hunter and you took that with you on a big trip, we do Alaska every year for moose. That right there, I can slice, I can put in my ramen.
Yep.
And it's going to melt that fat even more.
Yep.
You can put it on a sandwich.
Yeah, they're really good on a sandwich.
You can do it with cheese on a cracker. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is a charcuterie meat. It really is.
Yeah, it's functional food, right? So like we're looking at it like, yes, it's a standalone snack, but like it's an ingredient.
Yes.
It's just so cool to work with because, like, and honestly, like, if you, like to your point, you just slice a bun, a little bit of butter, throw that on there. It's just a game changer. Like, it opens your eyes. Like, I don't need to buy lunch meat. I've got, like, this right here, and it's healthy. It's awesome. It's like, no shade to my lunch meat counterparts out there.
No. I just had a turkey sandwich earlier, and I loved it. But I will say this. If I take a bag of turkey deli meat and I grab it, my hands feel dirty when I'm done. Dude, they don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like handling jerky, except it's not as jerky-fied.
Yeah, honestly, like if you're not eating biltong, you're doing it wrong, man. That's our tagline. We're so confident in it.
That's the new deal. If it's not biltong, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
that's fantastic. So anyway, Biltong Depot, guys, you won't regret it, and neither will your dad.
Yeah,
he'll be really happy. You'll
true.
outdo all your siblings on the Father's Day gift there.
True.
Saying that, I guess we better get this podcast put out right away.
Let's do it
because. We need people to get on that for Father's Day.
We got to keep our South African boys busy making it.
That's right. In fact, what is his name over there?
That's Jaco.
Jaco from South Africa.
Yeah.
He is a heck of a salesman. Though it doesn't take much. It's like he said, once you try it, I don't need to sell it.
Yep.
So, but he's been fantastic to have here. He's cracking me up. Like, that guy, he is passionate about sales.
Oh man, like you nailed it. But like I honestly had this conversation about Jack Links Outdoors with our CEO the other day, and he was like, man, I hear things are going well. What are your thoughts? And I said, honestly, Troy, like for me, it's just so easy to sell what you're passionate about, and I just love this stuff.
Yeah.
And he's the same way. Like he stands behind his product because he believes in it, and he should. Like he's got a winner. But it's just passion is such an easy way to approach it, right? And like if I even like loop it back to what we're talking about here, like everybody's electing to spend their time, their money here because like they want to be here. Like it's a passion-driven approach, and that's why I got so excited. I started listening to you on the podcast with Dudley a couple years ago, and then watched a few YouTube videos of like other people's experiences and how they're chronicling it, and then even just talking to Rob, and like Rob just opened my eyes. He goes, "Oh, dude, like we would love to have you because you seem like a fun brand, and that's the culture we want to create here." And I was like, dude, like we're speaking the same language. This is awesome. This isn't a sponsorship conversation. This is a how do we work together to make this really awesome conversation?
100%. Yeah. And that's a great segue because I think as we have more and more conversations, I think people can look forward to some really cool things that are going to come out between Total Archery Challenge and Jack Links Outdoors working together to continue to build a bigger and better experience as we grow, and just do the best that we can to make things even better.
Yeah, honestly, and we're also like super open to suggestions. Gosh, I mean, like if you listen, you're like, hey, I mean, have you ever thought of like, we totally acknowledge that a lot of times the best ideas don't come from us, but we can put them into motion. So we definitely welcome the feedback, but we're just so humbled and tickled to like, to be a part of it, like a part of the community. Because like I said, like we used to exist a lot in this space. I feel like we got quiet, and we just wanted to make sure everybody like remembered who we were and introduced to them the fact that like we love this stuff as much as you do.
Well, we're glad you guys are on board, and I think it's going to be, as we continue to grow this thing, it's going to get better and better. One thing you did say, and I echo that, is the participants that are here, I'm not going to say you don't get the comments of a guy just being an idiot, but you're going to get feedback because they want it better too.
Yep.
And they want to see the success happen.
Yeah.
That's what's so cool about these participants here is, we get a lot of feedback, and I'm not even going to say negative feedback, just feedback. They're like, you know what? This is amazing. You know what would be really cool? This.
Yep.
And so, in fact, the term knock time, as I was discussing it with a guy down in at Snowbird where we initially started this, we were just going back and forth. And this is a participant. And he's like, yeah, knock time would be a cool name.
Yep.
And I'm like, done.
Yeah.
Like literally the next day it was knock time. Actually, it was knock time from the second he said it.
Yeah.
We made it official the next day.
Yep.
But anyway, so these guys, they love it. They're passionate about it. And I think what's important for everyone to understand between you and I and every other brand partner that's here with us is we're passionate about it. And we're only here to continue to make this thing bigger and better and more fun across the board.
Yeah. I mean, like, you're not wrong. I don't know where, like, the feedback came from, but, like, Carter and I were talking about it earlier. I was like, dude, your guys' idea to do this aerial retrieval program, that's so brilliant. And, like, the best innovation is the one that makes you go, why didn't I think of that?
And we literally came up with the name. We were talking to, who was it we were talking to? It was in Texas, and it was before the event started. It was me and it might have been Carter. Anyway, there were two of us and a participant, one of the shooters. And we were kind of discussing, we should do this or this is cool or whatever. And we're a partner with Victory already, and they give us a bunch of arrows to hand out. We needed to come up with a fun way.
Yep.
We wanted a fun way to do it. So anyway, one of the guys was like, yeah, we should do this. Let's just clean up and give people arrows. And I'm like, yep, that's what we'll do. So then we had to come up with a name. And that was the VCRP.
Yep.
The Victory Carbon Replacement Program. So we whipped that out literally on a Thursday night, I think.
Yep.
And on Friday, the Victory Carbon Replacement Program was in place.
It's so genius.
It's awesome. I had the guy who won yesterday, he came up and he's like, hey, I won yesterday. Here's my info, whatever. And he had brought in 36 arrows. And he's like, do you have these arrows? This is what I shoot. And he already shot Victory, and we had his arrow. So he walked away with 12 of the exact arrow he shoots. And so it's been really fun. The participation of having all these people here has been really fun to see people just get more and more engaged in it and be responsible, for keeping things clean. We clean it up on the mountain anyways, but it's nice to see everybody come by and do that. Sorry, we sprung a leak on the old Yeti. It looked like it was just spraying water everywhere. But anyway, so it's been really fun, but a lot of things that we do come from the feedback we get.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, and like as a consumer on the other side, like it's so cool to know that you've got a voice in like the trajectory of the events, like because your team is just so awesome about customer service and being receptive and just like willing to invest in conversations to hear like, hey, how was your day? Like I've literally watched Rob walk around up and down the registration line, just engaging, like how are you? Like it's just so white glove. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's been a big part of what we do, and we're very. I don't know what the right term would be. We're very critical with the team on that ability. And if you don't like it, you're on the wrong seat on the bus.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you're on the wrong bus, honestly, because it's super important to us. A lot of times you're not going to get some of the best feedback you're going to get because you initiated the conversation.
Yep.
And a lot of that we would never get unless we have guys just checking on everyone. I mean, with Carter, we have him. His job is to literally check on these vendors constantly.
Yeah.
20 times a day just to get some feedback and see how they're doing and make sure things are good and see how sales are going or whatever. And what can we do to help? And it's the same with the participants. Again, we love feedback, but there's a way to do it, and we disregard a lot of the BS.
Yep.
Like, you know what? No.
Yep.
We're not. No. And some of the feedback we've tried, or we know it won't work. But,
sure.
And most of that comes actually from registration.
Yeah.
That's our burden. But in going along with that, we listen to everyone's feedback, and we continue to work on developing a new program that makes that easier. So, but I think that's the only right. It is the right way to do it. Even you as a partner, we need to know your feedback too, so that we can continue to produce whatever it is that needs to be done, that you want to continually grow with us as a partner in Total Archery Challenge.
Yeah.
We've got a lot of long-term partners. I mean, Sick has been with us forever. Prime's been with us since the very first event. Loophole been here for actually a bunch of them.
Sure.
A bunch of them been with us forever, and they've helped us kind of cultivate and create how this functions down here and what their needs are.
Yeah.
So it's been awesome.
And man, and honestly, like they all give such great reciprocating feedback and accolades, because being kind of the new kid on the block, I walk around and core sample and like talk to other vendors and what works, what doesn't.
Yeah.
Help me out, and it's so incredible how willing and receptive other brands are to like helping you succeed. And then wanting to collaborate too, right?
Yes.
Like, wouldn't it be cool if? And Dudley's constantly coming over and saying, "Hey, like, if I do this, can I give Jerky out in my booth too?" And yeah, man,
yes.
like rising tides float all boats here.
Exactly.
Let's get in the boat together.
Yep, you're 100% right. I think he had some jerky out there on the trivia. What did he call that? He called it
his trivia buzz. Yeah, he comes over this morning like in a hurry. It's early because he's getting going. He's, Hunter, need jerky now. What year was your company founded? Quick, I need a question. Okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's so dang funny. So anyway, is there anything else you want to add on the Jacklink side before we close this up?
Man, I mean, no, just like, again, a big thank you to you and everybody here for making us feel welcome and allowing us to jump in and get involved, because we just appreciate being here, and we're just so excited to, like you said, grow with you guys and continue to expand our outdoor program and just create, opportunities for consumers to get involved. And how can we help facilitate that? I mean, tell us, let us know. We've got a bunch of cool stuff coming up. If you guys are familiar with Nick Munt, he's an ambassador on our team. He's actually en route right now and should be here momentarily. But we're giving away this amazing mule deer hunt up in East Central Alberta, Canada, and with that, like, there's no strings attached. We're just telling people, like, hey, scan this QR code. It's on Nick's socials. It's on ours. It's on the banner in our booth. Hit that QR code. Give us your email. The tags are 15 grand a pop. We grabbed 2 of them. We're gonna go up there and film. We're gonna let Nick, shoot a deer, and then we're gonna have one lucky person who we're gonna draw there at the end of I think it's July is our draw date. So you've got ample time to plan. But then we'll send you up in November, right around the week of Thanksgiving, and you've got a crack at a 200-inch mule deer, bar none.
Dude, that's incredible. I see it's filmed, too.
Yeah. We're going to film
awesome
it. We're going to produce an episode, and then it'll go out on our Jack Links Outdoors YouTube channel, but it will be an entire episode that will chronicle from when you get onto the plane to head up there to when you knock down that trophy deer.
That's fantastic. Is this a QR code we can share, like in our email or whatever?
Yeah.
And send it out to the peeps?
Would love to. Yeah, I'll give it to you.
I think we should because that's an opportunity for everyone. Now, is this an archery or rifle hunt, or doesn't matter?
It's a rifle hunt for sure. So the deal is we talked to this guy over at his organization is Great White Holdings, and he guides professionally for several species, but mule deer is kind of his sweet spot. And he was just so gracious to let us purchase a couple of his tags. I think he sells 15 of them a year. And what he told me was like, man, I mean, we're going to pull 3 of those 15 tags. They're going to be 200-inch deer for sure. Jeez. But he's like, you are going to see monsters. And that's kind of the upper echelon of mule deer hunting up there. So I'm both insanely jealous and wildly excited to be a part of it.
Are you going to go?
I'm going to go. I won't be shooting, but I will be helping to film. And I will be encouraging in spirit and helping to pack out.
Perfect.
That's my role.
Yeah, that's awesome. No, I think we should. So we need to blast that out to everybody because that's just another beautiful opportunity in the hunting world that everyone needs to take advantage of.
Yeah. I mean, like our whole goal when we started Jack Links Outdoors was let's create opportunities. It's a no strings attached thing. We want people to know that like we're super passionate about it. So we want to make a bunch of opportunities available. And gosh, I mean, if you like this stuff, like jump in with us.
Okay, we'll send that out too. Again, we appreciate you being here.
Oh, my pleasure.
We appreciate what you do for Total Archery Challenge, and that we appreciate that you guys are at the forefront saying, hey, we're here for hunters, fishing, outdoorsmen, whatever.
Let's
not
it, man.
hide behind it. Let's just go out and tell everyone who we are. So thank you for that, and we'll catch everybody on the next one.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's our pleasure.
All right, thanks, man.
You bet.